Hey guys, welcome to a fresh video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to go through who's staying and who's going. There's a few names who we haven't spoken about in about a week or so. And there's also a brand new story that has just dropped and just emerged. And that comes by way of Mitch Cleary, who is reporting that St Kilda have got an interest in Brodie Kemp.
St Kilda, I've just received a text from someone who I trust very much. They have their eyes on Brodie Kemp from Carlton, which is an interesting one. He's obviously got that connection with Silvagni. So just reading as I come through here. So the Saints have a few more draft picks to use as well. Brodie Kemp was drafted to the Blues in 2019. Silvagni is the connection there. So I'm just bringing news as I'm getting it sent through here. St Kilda's interest in Brodie Kemp intrigues me now. So how does that play out in the trade period? And how will the Saints get that deal done with the Blues? That's certainly one to watch. I don't know if you've seen much of Brodie Kemp. I'm just looking at his contract as we speak. I have. He's contracted. Yep. Do you want to tell me what he's like?
Look, he's a good player. I mean, I wouldn't be throwing the kitchen sink to get him. I mean, I thought he was solid. I thought he certainly gives you good depth. I wouldn't say he would make or break St Kilda's fortunes next year. I think they've obviously lost Battle, so they need to strengthen that area up. There's a big gaping hole that they leave without Battle. So I think he comes in and plays a role, but I wouldn't be absolutely throwing the kitchen sink.
Which is a very interesting development. Now, Brodie Kemp is a contracted player, still got a year remaining on his contract. Steve Silvagni is obviously a big fan of Brodie Kemp after he essentially drafted him way back when, a couple of years ago. And so this is fresh. Now, the Saints have just made a trade, a pick swap with the Brisbane Lions. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a conversation that becomes more and more prevalent over the next couple of days or the next 24 hours, given trade period ends tomorrow. But that is just one to look out for. So I had not really considered Brodie Kemp as available. I had not really seen any interest in Brodie Kemp spoken about all year. I might have missed that, but that's one piece of news. Brodie Kemp, wow. I think this is the year that I think the last 2 seasons, he really started finding his feet. We'll have updates on that one as it comes to light, but as it stands right now, it's just reported interest. So we'll see where that one plays out. Now, the other ones to consider, so Matt Kennedy, firstly, it seems like he's not going to be going anywhere. And I just want to confirm that one. And I waited a few days to see if the reports would change, because what's happened during trade period is seemingly every day or two, something can change. But everything seemed to go pretty quiet for Matt Kennedy and I guess to the same extent, Lewis Young. Didn't see as much interest in either of them after we were told at the start of the trade period that both of them had been spoken to and some honest conversations were had. Matt Kennedy, we knew, was asking the question around potentially playing more minutes in the midfield and having a greater role there. That seems to not be something that Carlton can, that doesn't seem to be something that Carlton can guarantee or accommodate. So that's why he was told to maybe look for those opportunities elsewhere. It seems that none of those opportunities have presented elsewhere. So it looks like Kennedy will stay, which I'm happy about, because I think there is a pathway for him to get where he wants to get with this team. The game is one of persistence, and half the battle is just staying available and waiting for your opportunity to present itself. And I think no doubt he is an important part of the club and the change room. And we saw, his recognition on Best and Fairest night. And then there's Lewis Young, who was also, I guess, spoken to and told to potentially look for opportunity elsewhere if he wanted to play more minutes. We haven't seen too much of this story emerge either since the start of trade period, but he's a key position player. I mean, there is a need for some help for Jacob Wiedering, no doubt. In my mind, I don't think it's unreasonable that Lewis Young can't have a great preseason and push his way back into the team. I think there's an opportunity for him to do that, clearly. Now, he's had a couple of years at Carlton now. I think his first year was clearly his best. We had lost Liam Jones, and then all of a sudden, Lewis Young emerges, and we thought, wow, we found one here. And so I still think there is an opportunity there for Lewis Young to get it right and make it happen. and it's just a matter of whether or not he goes and does it and improves and does the work that he needs to do. But I'm not giving up on that one just yet. The other couple, so Sam Durden, haven't heard too much on that. Don't know what the confirmation is, so we'll wait for that. And then Jack Carroll, haven't heard too much about that story either. So the last two there, we don't know. Kennedy and Lewis Young looks like they're going to stay. We've already heard the news about pick 3, so we'll just leave that for other videos. And obviously, Matt Owies is officially gone. So that's the update there. Brodie Kemp being the feature of this video. What do you think about that approach? What do you think about all the names that I've mentioned in this video? Let's chat about it.